Hello and welcome back to the channel, where today I'm here at the Duinrell holiday park in the Netherlands. This holiday park is a huge holiday park that has some amazing facilities, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that now. I'm just going to do a full tour of the theme park. There is a theme park in the grounds on the site of this holiday park. So it's a holiday park with camping pitches, with holiday homes. If you just look behind me, this section here is the Eurocamp section, and that is where we're staying today. This is an awesome holiday camp with an amazing swimming pool with it's a water park. It's got over 20 slides in the water park, and then also the theme park itself has got over 40 attractions. As you can see behind me, these are all the accommodations for Eurocamp. We're literally just down there and round the corner, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to get into the theme park, and I'm going to do a full walk around the whole theme park. So as you saw, this is all the Eurocamp area, and then you just take this little road here, this little path across this bridge, and you're in the theme park. The water park Tiki Bad is just to the left there. That is included if you stay at Duinrell. If you stay in it with Eurocamp, then you do get a discounted entry. I've done a full vlog on Tiki Bad, so that will be on the channel either now or coming up. But for this video, I just want to do a full walk around the Duinrell theme park and show you all the attractions that's here, and show you the sort of queue times that you can expect. We've been here for 3 days now. This will be our 3rd day in this theme park. We've done everything that we want to do over and over again. We've not had to queue longer. Literally, we've not had to queue longer than a couple of minutes for anything. It's very minimal queues. The operations are awesome. And this is included for free whenever you stay at Duinrell behind me, whether you book with Duinrell direct, or whether you book with Eurocamp, or even if you're camping. If you're staying on site at this holiday park at Duinrell, then this theme park is included. Unlimited admission for the duration of your stay. There's not even any check at the gate, as you saw. It's just an open gate, and then you just walk in, and then you're in the grounds of the theme park. So we'll start at this end. I think there is 3 roller coasters in this park, and I'm just going to take you for a walk around. I'm not going to go on anything because I've got all on-ride POVs of everything that we've done on other videos, on other vlogs. As I say, this is our 3rd day. This is our Netherlands mega trip day 3. We spent all day yesterday in this park and the water park, and we spent all day the day before in just the theme park. And then today, this morning, we've been in Tiki Bad water park again, and we've come into the theme park now. So you do have a little play area there. This isn't the main entrance. This is just one of the many entrances that you get in the holiday park into the theme park. The main entrance for paid guests is a little bit further that way, but I just thought I'll take you through the gate that we've been using, and obviously there's many like it throughout the holiday park to get into the theme park itself. So there's a little play area just there. There's some slides. That's a really huge sort of multi-slide slide, like a racer, and you do get mats to come down. That was the very first thing we did on our first day here, and it wasn't very fast, to be honest. It was quite a slow slide. But you've got dodgems as well. I'm not going to tell you about every single ride and all the POVs, because everything that we did, which is pretty much every single ride here, there is a POV already on the channel or coming on the channel on the daily vlogs. So I'm just going to show you the rides. I won't go into loads of detail about each one. So just the dodgems there, and then there's a nice Dunkin' Donuts stand there. We did get some donuts on our first day here 2 days ago. And there is the dodgems is called Bots Autos, and there is a gyro swing here, and that's called Mad Mill. Again, you can see there's no queue. These 3 people are walking to the staff member there, and then they get on. As soon as I walk past the staff member, you get on, find a seat. It's literally a walk on. We've found that most rides, most attractions in this park for the whole duration have been an absolute walk on. We've not had to queue longer than 2 minutes, but most things we've queued for much less. Some things have been an absolute walk on, where you just walk up to the gates and then got on. So you saw the Mad Mill just there, and there is the splash, the water boat, the splash boat here. I'll just take you up and show you, because there's a really cool feature on this where you can stand behind the little glass, and oh, I've got to be quick because I'm going to miss it. I've got to get behind the glass, otherwise you get wet. So I'll run up, stand behind the glass, and I'll show you what I mean. If you stand in front of the glass, you get soaked. So with this splash boat, you do get two options. You can go in an open boat, which is what was coming down now, or there is a closed boat, which has got a big sort of plastic covering over it, a roof. So I'll show you this. There we go, it's coming and you'll see the water. Hopefully you stay pretty dry behind the glass. There you go. And there you go. So that's the splash boat. So that's attraction number 3 here at Duinrell theme park. The main roller coaster at this theme park is called Falcon. That's that one there that looks similar to Saw. It's a very similar sort of Eurofighter ride to Saw. There's a little snack corner there. You get all the sort of things you get in the little vending machines, like the little fricandelles, the chips, like the chicken nuggets and things like that. So that is Falcon. We did that quite a few times yesterday. There is some on-ride POVs of that, and it's really good. So you've got, I would say that's the main roller coaster. And then there's a couple more roller coasters down here. That's the entrance to Splash, and there's 2 separate queues for the open boat and the closed boat. The closed boat is the one on the left where there's people. The open boat is the one on the right where there isn't any people. So not many people are opting for the open boat on the Splash boat, because you do get a little bit wet. So you've got Dragonfly, that is a coaster. Albie at 1 metre and 4 was tall enough to go on Dragonfly. It's just going round now, look. So it's a good coaster. It does pack a punch, it does go fairly fast. And we did do front row and back row on this. And the front row was really good. Back row felt really fast. So this is the second of 3 roller coasters. And that's Dragonfly. I'm just going to stay here to watch it come round us a little bit. You can see a top spin just behind us there as well. I'll show you that. We have got an on-ride POV of that also. We've got on-ride POVs of everything. Okay, and that is Dragonfly. Again, awesome that Albie could go on that. The first thing he said when he came off it was, oh, I liked it, but it made my belly feel funny. Right, so we've got the water spin, which is the top spin. I did find that this was a really nice park. I have said on the other vlogs, you may not have watched those ones, you might only have come to the channel for the theme park tour. And if you did, I'll just say I did mention on the other vlogs that this is one of my favourite theme parks now. It doesn't have tons and tons of big rides, it doesn't have tons of like fast roller coasters or anything like that. It's just a really nice park that has a lot of attractions, that caters for all ages, and it just has so many re-rideable rides that are just awesome. And the fact that it's just so laid back and it's so calm and everything is so close together, you ain't got to walk miles to get from one attraction to the next. It's just all these things just make it one of my favourite parks. Okay, so this is we're going underneath the splash boat now. And then you do have over this side, which I will show you, the Rodelbaan, which is this roller coaster to my right. Rodelbaan, that's that one. And that is a kiddie coaster, but I think that is actually leaving after this year. This is the last year of its operation as far as I know, but it's quite a good little one. And that is the 3 roller coasters of the park. They are all in the same sort of area toward the back end. And there is signposts everywhere telling you what's where. So it does say that Splash, Falcon, Mad Mill, the theatre, toilets, water spin and dragonfly is all to our left where we've just been. There is a theatre over there. I've not seen it open. I've not seen any shows on there. We've not been able to do anything there. So for our duration anyway, as far as I'm aware, has just been closed. I don't know if they've got shows on there, but we've not been able to see some. There's a couple of guys here that look like they're up to no good. These two need kicking out of the park because they're up to trouble. Right, yeah, that's the Rodelbaan. They've just said that they've been to the Rodelbaan, which I'll show you when we're going round. That's like a toboggan, but there's a massive queue. It's one of the most popular ones. However, the queue can build up on that quite easily because it's single person only. You go on one at a time, and they do have 2 tracks going round, but they've only got 1 in operation. They only had 1 in operation yesterday and 1 today. But the first day that we came on Monday, they had both on, and there was not much of a queue at all, so we managed to do that quite easily within a couple of minutes wait. But Rodelbaan at the minute looks like it's about a 45-minute wait. Just opposite Rodelbaan, you do have the Wild Wings, which is that airplane spinny ride there where you control whether you do inversions or not. You control whether you go upside down by flipping the left and right wings up and down. You'll be able to see. There'll be some people that'll be adventurous and you just sort of alternate between left and right. You lift the left one up and the right one down, and then vice versa. And if you do that in a sort of a repetitive motion, then you will end up going upside down. And then if you hold the wings, you do keep going upside down constantly. As you can see, there is only, as far as I'm aware, there's only 1 of these in the UK, and that's at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and that has currently closed. I don't think it has any plans to open for this season, at least. Anyway, I'm sure I read that they might be getting rid of it. But there's one here at Duinrell, and it looks like the queue is about a 10-minute wait. There's not much wait there. So, and that's that section of the park done. And we'll head down this way. The water park is in the middle, look. But that is obviously a separate activity that you do need to either pay for at a reduced rate if you're staying with Eurocamp, or you can stay with Duinrell itself and choose different accommodation and possibly pay a little bit more because it is slightly more expensive accommodation if you stay with Duinrell directly. But that does include, as far as I'm aware, a couple of free sessions in the camp, in the water park there. Okay, so you've seen the 3 roller coasters down there. You've seen the Mad Mill, the pendulum ride. You've seen the Wild Wings, the aeroplane ride, and you've seen the splash boat. And we're just going to head now to where the Rodelbaan is. So I'll show you what it is, and I'll show you where it is. Okay, so if you look to my left, there is a aqua swing. It's just like a monkey swing or a wave swinger. It's probably what they're usually called in the UK, but that is a little bit of a different one because it has water squirting up from the floor. Again, there will be an on-ride POV of that on our day 2 vlog, but that's at this end of the park. As I say, I'm just trying to show you what's around, just to give you an idea of what the park's like, how big it is, what's here. If this is your first time considering coming to Duinrell, then this might be a helpful video so you can sort of get a rough idea of what you possibly would like to do. all this part here is all part of the facilities offered by Duinrell Holiday Park, which I will cover on the park tour. This is just a theme park tour. So this is the Rodelbaan, and as you can see, there's people going up the little track. You do get pulled up on a little pulley rope all the way to the top of the hill, and then you get released and you go down through the woods. And you're going for a good few minutes through the woods, and that's the Rodelbaan. It looks like it is outside of the park, but it's all sort of one. Because the theme park actually is in the grounds of the holiday park, there is no sort of big fence that blocks it off. It's sort of included free, unlimited access to people who are staying on the park. So there's just loads of these gates that are open. Like I said, the Rodelbaan is situated outside the park grounds, but it's part of the theme park. Just so you don't expect the Rodelbaan to be open all night. When the theme park closes, the Rodelbaan closes, because it does form part of the theme park. So we'll keep on walking around and see what else we can see. That's the aqua swing going around now at full pelt. You don't get wet. You might get a little bit of splashback depending on the direction of the wind blowing. You might get a little bit of the mist blowing up at you, but the water jets don't directly hit your feet. Unless you're going on and you're about 15 foot tall, you'll stay dry. There was a new attraction here, the Duinrell Express, which opens, I believe, in about 10 days time, maybe. I think it opens on the 18th of April. You can see that in there. That's well on the way to being finished. There's a locomotion there, which is a little kiddie ride. Just sit on a train and go around a track. Both the train on the track moves, and then the actual platform rotates as well at the same time. Okay, so I'll show you inside this building, because there is an attraction in there. It is a cafe restaurant. They sell pancakes and things like that inside this one, but there is a double-decker carousel inside there as well. So I'll show you that, and then we'll continue the tour the other way. I do want to just try and show you every attraction that's here. So yeah, inside you do have a lot of seating areas for the pancakes and the coffee, and then that is a double-decker carousel. And then I'll have a quick look at the menu for the pancakes, because I've not been in here before. Kerry and Albie came in just to use the carousel, but let's have a look at the pancakes. So there's Oreo pancakes with Nutella, there's Kinder pancakes, apple, banana and chocolate, all between sort of 11 and 15 euros. And then you get your drinks as well. You can get coffee, cappuccino, espresso, latte, all for between 3 and 5 euros. And cold drinks. This is the English menu. There is different language menus all dotted about, so I'll just quickly show you that. I find it odd that they can sell you the pancakes, like the same pancake, either with strawberry and Oreo and Nutella and things like that, or with cheese and bacon. Your choice. Or apple and bacon. What a strange one. Bacon and apple. But yeah, I don't think that one's for me, but we'll head back outside. We've covered everything to the left of this building now. We're just going to go out and take a right. I'll show you the food court area and then the rest of the attractions. There's a little coffee stand there. You can get beers, cold drinks, coffee, and I think there's like profiteroles in there as well. This is the sort of centre of the park. This is where the food hall is. It's called La Place, and there's a few different options for food in there. And the new arcade, I think that is new for 2025, the arcade building just in front of us there, which I'll take a quick nosy round and show you. I'll walk through the food place just to have a quick look at what your options are for food inside here. That's where we've eaten for the last 2 days, that one there. There's like the little wall of food, so there's vending machines where you can scan your card and take hot food out of the vending machines, and they're quite reasonably priced. But we've gone to the little stand next to it the last couple of days where you can get meals, where you get fries, the main and a drink. But you can get like hamburgers for $6.50. So you basically just get your card or your phone and scan it there, and then it turns blue and you pull the drawer open, take your hot food out, and you're done. And there's all different options. There's like chicken nuggets, there's chicken sausage, there's a little beef sausage there, fricandel. There's a cheese souffle, which is like a crispy pancake, and then hamburgers and cheeseburgers. They are quite prominent in Efteling theme park as well, where we're heading tomorrow. So we are familiar with those because we've been to Efteling a few times. So when we saw them, we was like, oh, it's like Efteling. So this is the food place, look, La Place restaurant. There's lockers, you can hire lockers. Oh no, you can't get through to the food place here. This is just where you come down for the lockers. And it's, I think it's €5, is it? For a locker if you want to put your backpack in there or your food bags or anything. It's a good place to store them, and then when you want to come back to them later on in the day, you've got tables here to sit down and eat your pack up. Alright, so there is a lot of seating around this area as well, all outside, but there is more inside I will show you. It was literally about an hour ago we just finished our lunch here. And I had a cheeseburger and fries, Kerry had a chicken doner and fries, and then Maisie had pizza and fries. Albie just had fries, and Zach had cheese souffle from the little vending machines that I just showed you. He had one of them because he likes them. He's had one 3 days running now. And then there's all different food options in this food court here. I'll just quickly show you what the sort of things you can expect. So there's crisps, hot chocolates and things, there's sausage rolls, there's sandwiches, all different sandwiches around €7 to €8. And then you've got soup with bread, it's about €7, tomato soup. And then you've got the grill section here where you can get hamburgers, chicken, kebabs. This is where we went earlier today, and there's pizzas, pepperoni pizza, cheese pizza, all your fruits, pastas, there's smoothies there as well, and then there's loose fruit. And then on this side there is all your desserts, so you've got like your fudge brownies and your apple tarts, mango tarts, yeah, chocolate brownie, banana bread, and all sorts of sweet treats there. So that's the food. That's all the food. And then when you come out to like a big play area, 2 of them actually. One with some big slides on that side, and it's all sand. It's got a base of sand, so it's safe for the kids. And then on this side there's a bouncy pillow, slide, and seesaws and swings and things like that. So there's some good areas. And the one thing I will say as well, if you're staying on site, if you're staying at Duinrell itself and you're not a paying customer into the theme park from externally, then even when the park closes, when the theme park closes at 5 o'clock, you can still get access into the grounds of the theme park because all these parks are still open. You can go to any of the play areas, they're still available to anybody staying on site. We've been here at 8 o'clock at night, 3 hours after park closing, and we've still been on the park with other kids and on the bouncy pillow and things. So there's a good, that is a good sort of addition to the park, the fact that the play areas in the theme park are still open for the residents of the holiday park. You do have down here, the Rodelbaan was just over to our right over there, and then here there is some trampolines. I'll quickly show you where it was. That queue of people just there, that's the Rodelbaan queue. You can go straight down. We turned back in and went back into the park, but you can walk a little bit further down and then cross another bridge at this side here, because there is a few more attractions down here, but these are more aimed at little kids. So you do have the little cars I don't think you do anything on them. You basically just sit in the cars and the Duinrell Express, and the cars are just on a track, a little electric track that just drive around a little circuit at a steady speed. So it's not too exciting, but some kids might really like it. So there's that on that side. That looks like really well kept area as well. All the grass is really nicely cut and it's just nicely maintained. It looks nice and clean. Obviously right in front of the back end of the arcade building, which is all new. And then you've got your trampolines for little kids here as well. So the trampolines, and then there is some little bumper boats down here that we've not done either. There's a few things we've not done just because we'd rather focus our attention on the bigger things. Even re-rides and stuff, we'd rather do re-rides of the things we've done plenty of times rather than come and do the things like this. But that's the bumper boats. So I'll take you through the arcade and then we will continue the tour to the other area. I've not been in the arcade yet, but it is a new addition this year, 2025. It's such a nice day today. I don't know if that adds to the sort of magic of the park, but it's just sunny blue skies. It's just nice. I love theme parks on days like this. So this is the new arcade area. So I don't know if a lot of the things are tickets. I think they probably are. That tends to be the way arcades go nowadays. They're all sort of ticket prize machines, and you trade the prizes for a gift at the counter, or you trade the tickets for a sweet or a little toy or whatever. But you might spend a fortune trying to get enough tickets to get a 10p chew. But yeah, there's all the prizes. Look, so it is. They do sort of focus on the tickets because I think for the arcades themselves, that's where the money is, and the kids find it exciting. Rather, kids don't want to win money. Kids don't want to win 2p's out of a 2p machine because you're putting 2p's in. They would much rather save up the tickets and win a decent prize that they choose themselves. Okay, so we're out of the arcade then, and that's the park. We did go in just around this corner here, so we're going back around the back end of the park. And you've got the big wheel, which we did yesterday. You get some good views right over the park there. There's a shooting gallery that you do have to pay extra for. There's another uitgang, which is exit, so you can get out of the park that way, and I think that is probably the main entrance. I think thinking about where we are, if you walk down there, I think that brings you out at the main reception of the holiday park, and that's where day visitors would come down this way if you've paid extra to come in, if you're not staying at Duinrell itself. As I say, you can buy tickets. You can buy tickets, dual tickets, which will get you you'll get your entry into the theme park for the day and then into the Tiki Bad on an evening. So you can buy a ticket for around 35 euros, I think, that gets you into both, 35 euros per person, and you're able to do both. The Tiki Bad water park is actually open till 10 p.m. So the park closes here, the theme park closes at 5, and then the Tiki Bad closes at 10. So you've got plenty of time to come and spend a full day in the park enjoying all this part of it and the rides, and then heading straight next door there. The entrance is just in the theme park over that side there. You can just see it the opposite side of the park, and that gets you entry into the 21 water slides and the wave pool and the lazy river inside the Tiki Bad. As I say, we've spent 4 hours in there, 2 hours this morning and 2 hours yesterday, and it was awesome. It was so good, really good slides. So now we're just walking down past all this little pavilion here with sweet shops. There's usually little play and win stalls there, like basketball type prize win games. There's another gift shop down there. So this is where you'd find all them. They're not all open today. Today's a Wednesday. I don't know if Wednesday's a quiet day, but these were open yesterday, all of them, and the day before. But it's just sweets, and you get all your souvenirs like your hoodies and your jackets and teddies and things down that end. And the mascot for the whole Duinrell area, the mascot for Duinrell Park, the holiday park and the theme park, is this guy, and he's called Rick. He's Rick the Frog, and you'll find him everywhere. And there's some good hoodies, look, hoodies with Rick, and bags. His face is plastered everywhere. Is Rick in Duinrell. He's the Mickey. He's the Mickey Mouse of Duinrell, but he's called Ricky. It would have been funny if they'd have had a mouse and just called him a Ricky Mouse. You know what? That would have actually made my day. If these had have had a... They're not the sort of park that would do infringement or anything like that. I don't think. They're just happy being out there, but it would be so funny if they'd have done a mouse and then called it Ricky Mouse as their mascot. But there's a little ball pool here, which we have been in. I'll show you that just because it's part of the park. So there's a ball pool. It's quite a deep ball pool. We have spent a little bit of time in here today and yesterday. So there's just a little section there, and then another one down there. There is some little slides going into it, and you just get access. Take your shoes off and head on in. This is another one of the entrances into the holiday park part of it. So if you're camping, if you're in a mobile home, like a motorhome or tent, and you want to come into the park, this is your section here. That's in the holiday park, just to the other side of this bridge, and then you just come through this section and then you're in the park. There is another gift shop here as well. I think we did look in this one earlier today, but this just sells all the same sort of things as well. So you've got mugs, got teddies, sorts of cool things in the gift shop. So that's the gift shop. Right, so we'll carry on walking down there because there's plenty more attractions down this way. There is like a little mini fairy tale forest type thing just to the left here, and it's got some real whimsical sort of little characters about, a little interactive sort of things to do, like buttons to push, and there's a little boy. I'll show you when we get there. There's a little boy that wheezes, and it sounds weird, and to be honest it is weird, but I'll show you it anyway. There's a little toffee apple, candy apple stall there to the left, and that's where you get into the monorail. So there's a little monorail that goes around, see, with all the little Rick the Frogs on the front. You can get on the back there and pedal around, and the monorail takes you sort of around the fairy tale forest area. You can look down and see it all before you enter it if you like. So we'll keep going. I will walk through the fairy tale forest bit before we head to the other attractions. There is 2 shows in this section of the park as well. There's one every hour at past every hour, and then there's one every hour on the hour. The past every hour is called Play Quack Show, which is a frog that does some musical stuff, and then there's a Quacker's Quibble show on the hour, which I don't know what it is, but I think that is indoors looking at the pictures. You do have all these different interactive things, look, where you push the button, and then that's literally half a horse that's bleeding. All the blood squirting out the cut of half the horse, which is weird but fun. And you've got a little kiddie rides there. You can push the button and that just spins around. This is the little guy that wheezes, as you can see. There he is, look. He's just peeing over everybody, which is weird. And then there's like a little, I've just got weed on. There's a little pushy round carousel thing swing there. There is a pooping donkey. So if you're familiar with Efteling and you know about the coin pooping donkey, there's one of them here. You just press the button once you've put your money in. It is €1. You put €1 in there, press the button, he lifts his tail and out poops a gold coin. And it's a Duinrell edition gold coin. We did get 2 yesterday, or day before yesterday. We put our euro in and he pooped out 2, so he must have had diarrhea. And there's this little guy here, well, big guy. He shuts his eyes and goes to sleep. I'm just trying to talk over the music. I don't want to get copyrighted on that. There's some toadstools that spin round. And there's all just sort of like little things to walk through. There's a little area there on the ground that spits up water. You can push this button, and that's the button that activates the sprinkles coming out the water. And kids love that. Kids love to be able to splash people and wet people. So that's, yeah, you push it there and it's there. We'll go in this little tunnel. It's like a little miniature town. And we're back at the beginning, but there is more. There is like a little chicken thing there where you can put the, I think this might be €2, but he does, the chicken lays an egg and the egg contains a little squishy toy. Oh no, it's €1, but we did do that on our first day. Put the euro in, the chicken makes a clucky noise and then he poops out an egg, or she poops out an egg that rolls down there, and it contains a little squidgy, sort of squishy toy. So there's the Play Queck show. I think that might be going on now because there's somebody in there. So this is one of the shows, the musical shows. I think I've just watched the last 5 seconds of it, but that gives you an idea of what's there. We'll keep on walking around so I can show you everything that's in this section before we go see the other slightly bigger attractions. Okay, that's the monorail I was talking about that goes around this area. There is other little attractions where you can go up and look through the windows, like little Red Riding Hood scenes with the wolf, and you can push a button and it comes to life slightly and things like that. Very similar to what's at Efteling. Okay, so we come across this side. There is some more attractions there. So there's a little pulley ride where you sit on the chair and pull yourself up, and then when you get to the top you let go and you'll come down slowly. And then you have the Ship Ahoy, which is the pirate ship. We've not done that one. That's one of the only few rides that we've not done in our stay here, just because it's a small pirate ship, but Albie's too small to get on it, and all the rest of us aren't too fussed. We would only have gone on if Albie could come on with us, and he's too small to get on it, so we're not too fussed about that. It is only a small pirate ship. And then you've got over here the Taboggan, which is a barrel roll ride, kind of like a teacups. And this is called Taboggan, but it's got a real catchy tune. It's a really catchy tune that I don't know if it's copyrighted or not. This is another entrance from the holiday park, so that's like 3 or 4 that we've seen now. And then this is the catapult. There used to be a €1 charge for this a few years back, but they've dropped the charge now. It is part of your day here at Duinrell, and you just get dragged up to the top there and then come flying down. I will show you that in a second when the next rider goes up. But there's aqua shoot there as well. That's the other side of this. This is one of the little attractions where you get on the little raft and pull the rope to pull yourself across to the other side. It does go both ways, but you just got to be careful, because if you're getting on at this end, just make sure if you're getting on with little children that you're very careful, because there could be somebody at the other end pulling it back to them whilst you're getting on. This is exactly what happened to us the other day, and Albie nearly went in the water, so just be careful. So this is the catapult going up. Basically pulls you to the top, and then when you reach the top you go all the way down and fly over, and I'm about to show you what happens on catapult. And there you go. I have got an on-ride POV of that if you want to see what it's like from inside the boat. I did do an on-ride POV of that on the day 2 vlog. As I say, this is a Netherlands mega trip, and we're day 3 into an 11-day trip. This is only our first theme park. We do Efteling tomorrow, and we still have Wallaby Holland. We have Toverland and we have Fantasialand all still to do. So we've got a lot of theme parks to do. We've just spent 3 days at this one, and this is just like awesome. We thought we'd start with this park. The whole reason we started with this park is because we wanted to start small and then build our way up to Fantasialand. However, we think we've made a mistake by starting here, because we've spent 3 days here and we just love it. And the water park as well, the fact that it's got the water parking on the site, and that's such a good park with over 20 slides. It's just an awesome place to stay, and we're glad that we did have 3 days here, because we haven't got that long at any other park. The most we've got at any of the other parks is 2 days at Fantasialand, but we thought we would probably have a couple of spare days here, because we didn't think we'd spend 3 full days in this park, but we have pretty much. So let's get on with the tour. Okay, so I think that I just need to take you around now to the aqua chute and the soft play area, and then there is some rowboats as well. In fact, if I go this way, I can show you a little bit more, because there is a little bit more of this fairy tale area as well. And there's Rick's Gallery, which is a room full of pictures of Rick. Remember Rick the frog? There is a little clown there. If you push the button, he does spit out water. There's a few bits that sort of spit water out as you're going round. If it's a nice hot sunny day and you don't mind getting wet, go around pushing or letting your children push all the buttons, because you'll get wet. And there is some rowboats there as well. They are proper oars that you've probably that you have to properly row, and if you've not done it before, you might struggle, because all of us did, especially Maisie and Zach. But there's a really cool sort of section here as well, where it's got the cannon fires, like the cannonballs, and if there's people on boats going toward the activation zone, if I push the button, look, there's nobody there, but I'll show you. Once you push the button, it sort of blows up like that, and then this one does the other side. So if there's people in boats around the area, you can give them a good shock. You can shoot them with some pretend cannonballs. Again, there's more interactive buttons and things. But this is the Rick's Gallery, which has all the little pictures of Rick the Frog. And there's an owl as well.
Jullie bijgebleven over de geschiedenis van Rick de Kikker. Want wat is de oorsprong van onze bedoeling?
And that brings us out here. So we'll head back. I'm going to show you the aqua chute, which is the fast little plastic cart slides. You have to get on a sort of a sturdy plastic cart to go down these slides, and they are water. You don't get wet, but they do slide down on a sort of a hill of water. I'll show you when we get there. But there's a really good soft play in there as well. We did spend about an hour in there the other day, just before park closing, and we had so much fun in there. We just didn't want to leave. But it's like such a good soft play, considering it's just a bit of entertainment inside the park. It's not a main attraction or anything, but it's a really good area for not just kids, but me as well, because I loved it. There's some good inflatable slides in there. There is another little carousel type ride in there, like a little kiddie one. So I'll show you that. I'll show you the aqua chute, and then I think we may have done a full walk of the park. That's another entrance. This actually looks like it's probably going to be the main entrance, because it just looks nicer and more sort of welcoming, as if it is a main entrance to a park. So I think if you walk down here, you'll come out, and you come out at the main Duinrell reception for the holiday park and the theme park. And there's the statue of Rick the Frog. So this is if you come in from outside the holiday park, this is what you would see when you first come in. This is the main entrance into the theme park. And then you've got a Dunkin' Donuts stand there. That's the second one in the park. And then the Fun Factory, Rick's Fun Factory, is where the big giant soft play is. which I will show you now. So you've seen pretty much all the park. Let's take a look inside. You do have little carts there as well for the little kids. And then there's the little carousel. There's a wall of mirrors there, and then that's the big giant soft play. So it goes quite far back, and it's over like 3 levels. It's got a big inflatable slide and all sorts of ball pools and slides and climbing ropes and all sorts in there. As I say, we did spend quite some time in there the other day, and we just didn't want to leave. We only left because it was closing up. It says that nobody over 8 years old is supposed to go on it, but every time we've been, there's been adults on it and bigger kids, and nobody said anything, so I won't worry about that. And then we're just going to take a little look at the aqua chute, if it's working. It looks like the boat, oh yeah, they are. The boats have started to go back up. So I'll show you that. And then this basically brings you out to the other side of that little rope pulley raft that you cross the river on. There is some little pedal carts here as well for little kids. It's like a little pedal kart track. Some of them have got pedals, some of them not. I think there's some scooters in there. It's all just little toys for them to go around the track. That's the Duinrell. But this is the aqua chute. This goes pretty fast. If there's anybody going up there now, I'll show you them coming down. But I've got a couple of on slide or on ride POVs of here. Neither Kerry, Maisie or Zach managed to do this, but I did. On the 2 times I've done this, both times I've come sliding down here and gone all the way to the very end and literally crashed into that safety cushion at the end there. Just underneath the finish line there's 3 rolls of safety cushion, and both times I've gone on it I've gone crashing into that at full pelt. So let's see these guys coming down here. I think he's going to go on his own though. Oh, see there, he's slowing right down. I went flying full pelt. He's coming down now. There he goes, look, he's going to hit the cushion. I think the bigger and heavier you are, I think the more chance you've got of hitting the cushion. But yeah, if you go down there, that is just literally the other end of the rope pulley raft. So I think that covers the tour. As I said, this has been a brilliant theme park, and the fact that it is included, if you're staying with Eurocamp or booking direct with Duinrell, you're staying on site in this awesome holiday park, and it's got so many facilities as well, which I will do on another video. There's going to be a full holiday park tour video. This is just the theme park, but I'm just explaining that this theme park is included for free when you stay at this holiday park. This is an awesome theme park and it's included. I mean, it's worth paying the price. If it was 35 euros, I think that's what it is, about 34, 35 euros to come for the day to do this park and then the tiki bad. I would have paid without hesitation to come and do it. It would have been well worth it, but the fact that you can just come and go as you please for the duration of your stay on this holiday park, awesome. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. I don't think there's anything else to show you. If you've got any questions or queries about Duinrell theme park, then please do pop them in the comments down below. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you get more videos like this, and also all the ones that relate to this place. I'm going to do, like I said, the holiday park tour. There's our daily vlogs from the theme parks, and then the rest of our Netherlands mega trip, which will include all the other theme parks that I mentioned earlier. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the next one. From Duinrell theme park here in the Netherlands, we will see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.